Hey, this is Pastor Keith here, and I want to share with you another of my insights to life. That's what we're going to call them. My daughter helped me come up with that. So we'll call these little stories that I write an insight to life. So the one I want to share with you today is called Taking Punches. It wasn't anyone's fault. Things like this happen when you're playing sport, and the sport that we happened to be playing on this particular evening was basketball. It was a game for all ages. Kids with not much experience and adults too, almost with the same amount of inexperience. There were 12 of us, so we just decided to play 6-on-6 rather than have anyone sit out. To say that it felt crowded and chaotic out there would be an understatement. There were arms and legs in every passing lane, and the turnovers were mounting up like grizzly bear meals during the salmon run. Like I said, no one meant to hit her in the face with a ball. But when there are this many people on the court, it's bound to happen. She's only 9 years old and is pretty much over the crying at every little thing stage. But when something hurts you unexpectedly, you never know what the reaction will be. I saw it happen. I saw her hand go to her mouth. She looked at me with eyes that said, "I'm really trying to be brave right now." In that brief exchange, I could see that she knew she had a decision to make. She could succumb to the tears and just let them flow, or she could blink them back, take a deep breath, and just keep playing. No one would fault her if she chose the route of tears. She's just a kid, and the reality is that being punched in the teeth with a ball does hurt, no matter how old you are. She could run into my arms, bury her face in my chest, and just let it all out. And all the heavy breathers on the court would welcome the timeout. But she didn't. She collected herself. She acknowledged the pain, and she resolved to keep playing. The decision was completely hers, and though she didn't even realize it, she took one step up the maturity ladder in that moment. Now, this just could be an insignificant moment on a basketball court that goes unnoticed. It could just be a kid being a kid. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that it's actually a pattern in life. It's something that happens over and over again. Now, it might not be a basketball to the face, but it might as well be. It's something unexpected that hits you out of nowhere. And in the moments that follow, you're like a kid on a court deciding how you will react. You may not have a parent to run to, but I know we have plenty of other things that we do run to, plenty of places to hide. The reality is that no matter what hits us out of nowhere, at some point we have to suck it up, take a deep breath, and just keep going. There's no sidelines in life. You get timeouts, but the game keeps going. And just like my daughter realized that she will be okay, we too must realize that we will be okay. That we do in fact have what it takes to make it through difficult circumstances. The sun will come up tomorrow. New opportunities that aren't even dreams on the horizon will present themselves. We just have to be ready to recognize them for what they are. And we won't see them if we're too busy burying our faces just wishing something didn't happen. Pain is not eternal. Healing is. So the next time you get hit in the face, do what a 9-year-old would do. Shake it off and just keep playing the game. You know, when I first, I wrote that and then I reread it like the next day or something, and I felt like, maybe it's kind of harsh. Like, come on, suck it up, just get over it. And the reality is, obviously, there are times of grieving and difficult things that are painful. But there's a lot of things in life that I think we end up feeling sorry for ourselves for a longer amount of time. And we do kind of have that choice, at what point are we just going to get over it and keep on going. So anyway, if you've liked what I've read, go ahead and share it with someone. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Facebook at Carroll Community Worship Center and also on Instagram at ccwc.711. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Later.